Hello everyone, welcome to Real English Online. My name's Liam and today we are going to be having a look at the dreaded part of the Ielts exam, the writing. Okay, so I've already done a couple of videos and kind of introductory things to give you some vocabulary, to explain what you should be doing. In this particular video or presentation, we're going to actually be looking at a model answer. So basically a Ielts Part 1 answer, alright, and I think today it's pie charts, alright. So if you haven't seen the other videos, you should go and have a little look at those. I will be doing a little bit of revision with you as well, but mainly we're going to be having a look at the answer. So Part 1 of the writing in Ielts, you're given a graph or a report or a map or something like this, and you have to summarize and report and compare the main features. Yeah, so summarize, report the main features, and compare, it asks you in the question. And this is very important. You have to do all of those three. So remember, you've got 150 words to do this, and when they say 150, they mean 150, not 130, not 120. It should be 150 at least, otherwise you will lose marks. The other thing is you need lots of descriptive language, and also you need lots of figures to back up what you're saying. So let's have a look at a question. Alright, so for example here, so today we're going to be looking at pie charts. Alright, so now this is not a question from Cambridge, this is my own question, okay? So usually in a Cambridge question they'll maybe give you pie charts and a graph, or 3 or 4 pie charts, alright? This one's quite difficult because I've only done 2, just to give you an idea of what you should be doing, alright? So let's have a look at this question first of all. It says, the charts show the spending of an average American teenager. Summarize the information by selecting the main features and make relevant comparisons where possible. Alright, so there's the 3 things we've got to do. So first thing you should do is spend 1 or 2 minutes looking at the diagrams, the graph, the bar chart, whatever. Alright, so you can see here money spent in 1990, money spent in 1995. Alright, look at the 4 sectors we've got. They spend on going out, food, at school, and games, and exactly the same in the other pie chart. Have a look at the numbers. Try and see patterns in the numbers. If you don't know how to do this, have a look at some of my other videos. I think there's one called the magic numbers, and this will teach you how to do this. Alright, for example, 50% is a half. These are important things, alright? These are the main features. 35% is just more than a third. 10%, 1/10, or you could say it's 5 times less than the games. And the other one, 76, that's almost 3/4. Okay, 10%, 10%, I can see it's exactly the same. Alright, so you need to spend some time doing this, understanding. Then what you have to do is do a plan. Alright, so what I'm planning to do is this. Alright, first of all, I'm going to rephrase the question in my own words. Alright, so this is very important. You can't just copy paste what you see from the exam paper, because you're going to get no marks for doing this. Alright, so I need to rephrase it. I'll show you a little bit more about this in a minute. So rephrase the question. Then I've decided to do a paragraph picking out the main trends that I can see, because the question asked me to do that. And finally, I'm going to compare spending on going out, school, food, and games. Alright, so for example here, you remember the two pie charts, and also I'm going to do a brief conclusion as well. So going back to the pie charts, you can see there's 2 ways to attempt this question. First of all, you could do a paragraph describing all the money that you've spent in 1990, and you could do another paragraph about all the money spent in 1995. Alright, that's fine, it's logical, but doing it like that, I don't really think you're going to get enough comparison. Whereas I've decided to actually talk about going out, food, at school and games, so what they spend their money on, and this is going to allow me to compare it, alright, I think in a lot more detail. Alright, so have again a little look at these, because what we're going to do next is I'm going to take you to a model answer and I'm going to talk you through it. Alright, so here we are. So this is my model answer, okay, and remember, this is an example. There is no one definitive way to answer one of these questions. Alright, so here is my kind of introduction, my rephrasing of the question. It says, the pie charts show how American teenagers spend their money, including food, games, going out, and at school in the years 1990 and 1995. Okay, so you can see here, I haven't copied from the text, or the question, sorry, and I've tried to put it in my own words, and I've included all, I think, the relevant information. So next, I'm gonna do some of the main trends and do some comparing. All right. So it can be clearly seen that the majority of teenagers' money in 1990 is spent on games, with 50% of their money being spent in this area. By 1995, this figure has decreased a great deal to only 8%. Alright, so that's kind of like the main things I can see, and also I've kind of started comparing actually straight away. The next highest expense is going out. In 1990, just over 1/3 of the money is spent on this activity. However, by 1995, this figure more than doubles and now accounts for 76% of the money spent. The amount of money spent on food remains the same in both 1990 and 1995 and makes up only 10% of spending. The minority of the teenage money is spent at school in both 1990 and 1995, with 5 and 6% respectively. So you see, this is my main body, and you can see there's a lot of comparison going on there. There's a lot of figures to back up what I'm saying, and there's a lot of descriptive vocabulary I've said here. Picking out some of it, you know, has decreased a great deal. It's 1/3, more than doubles. Minority, majority, okay. And to finish, usually I don't actually do this, but today I kind of have, because I thought it would be a nice little touch, is to do a little conclusion, okay. And remember, you never have to explain why things are happening. You just have to describe what you see, okay. So in my conclusion, I'm not doing some describing, even though I could. In conclusion, it can be seen from the charts that there is a major change in the expenditure of a teenager in these years, particularly in games and on going out. The amount spent at school and food remain fairly similar. Alright, so again, that's me kind of picking out some of the main trends again, which I said I was going to do. And I've kind of put that in a conclusion paragraph. Alright, so guys, I hope this has been useful. There's going to be a few more of these coming to try and help you. And if you're looking for any more things like this, there's a wonderful website that I would recommend, and that is www.ielts.net. Alright, on there, it's a fantastic site dedicated to IELTS, and there's lots of model answers, and they have beautiful pictures, and then model answers or students' answers, so you can see how people have attempted it, which is really, really, really good for you guys. Alright, so good luck with your IELTS writing. Bye for now.